Are Sunday mornings starting to feel more like a battle than a blessing? If getting your kids to Mass involves bribes, threats, or a whole lot of eye rolling, you are not alone, my friend. But what if going to Mass could be something your family actually looked forward to? It can be, and I'm going to show you how right now. The secret to getting your kids excited for Mass is to make Sunday a non-negotiable family tradition built on joy, not guilt. And the best part, it's not about being the perfect Catholic family. It's about consistency and connection. I'm going to walk you through some practical ways to do this. Plus, stick around to the end. I've got a secret weapon that will help keep your family's faith alive even after you leave Mass. For as long as I can remember when our kids were growing up, it was about two things in terms of getting our kids to Mass: the bagel store and Starbucks. Now, I know that may sound like a bribe, but we knew that our kids loved to eat bagels. They loved to eat bagel sandwiches, everything that they sold in their chocolate muffins, and of course, occasionally Starbucks. We actually kind of liked it too. And it became a family tradition that we would do every single time after Mass. Now, we would have to hightail it out of church before the rest of the congregation got up the bagel store and Starbucks, because that's where everybody went. But it became a family tradition. And after a while, our kids stopped complaining when we said we were going to church, because in their minds, they associate it with, I'm going to get bagels or I'm going to get Starbucks. Now, again, is that a bribe? It could be at the very beginning, but if you're turning it into a tradition, it doesn't really matter, because what happens is they start to lean into Mass once you're there, once they know that they have to behave, because they're not going to get that family tradition afterwards. Now, it doesn't have to be food. Let's take a look at 3 practical ways that you can make it easier to get your family to Mass. Number 1, set the tone all week. Mass shouldn't start on Sunday morning. It should start during the week. One of the beautiful things about being Catholic is that it's the universal church. We have the same readings everywhere around the world at the same time all throughout the year. So we know what the Gospels are going to be about. So here's what I mean. Talk about the Sunday Gospels during dinner at home. Give your kids some thought-provoking lessons out of the Gospels. Then let your kids ask you questions or share what they think about that. Mention what you're looking forward to at Mass in relation to maybe who you think might be the priest presiding over Mass that day, and what that priest usually likes to talk about in terms of relating things to the gospel. We have a priest at our church who is a former Army Ranger, so he oftentimes brings up stories of his time in the Army to relate it to the gospel. So you could think about, what might your priest or deacon or other clergy be talking about, right? Number 2, assign each kid a Mass mission. Think about it. When someone gives you a mission versus just a suggestion, how do you respond? Whether it's lighting a prayer candle, or choosing a prayer intention for them to bring with them to Mass, or following along with the missal, helping mom and dad, right? When kids feel like they have a role that they need to fulfill, they tend to stay engaged. Number 3, create a post-Mass tradition. Now, this is one of the things I was talking about at the beginning. It doesn't have to be the bagel store. It could be donuts. A lot of churches do donuts after Mass, and that's one tradition that they're trying to help you with. It doesn't have to be food-based, although it could be a cozy brunch at home, but it could be something like a nature walk, or maybe you go over to see Grandma and Grandpa afterwards, something that the kids like to do. Tying Mass to a simple joy helps kids associate Sunday with peace and togetherness. Now, chances are you may have questions about how to keep your family's faith alive after you leave Mass. The good news is I've put together a guide to help you do just that. It's called 10 Family Faith Activities Beyond Mass. You can download it right now at moderncatholicfamily.org/. beyond Mass. Now, your kids might not fall in love with Mass overnight, totally get that, but by setting the tone during the week, assigning them a Mass mission, and building sacred Sunday traditions, no matter what those are, you're planting seeds that will grow in God's time. Remember to download that free guide to help keep faith alive after Mass lets out by going to moderncatholicfamily.org/beyond Mass. Now, the next thing you'll want to do is check out this video right here.